What's up, replay viewers? Let's see who tunes on in. Sebastian Echkavera down there in the sunshine state of Florida. First one in the room. And Activity 79 is checking on in from Sweden. Welcome. Good to see you, JP and Michelle out there in the great state of Oregon. Welcome. Good to see you, Miss Cecilia Thomas. Welcome. And Sean of Bagels and Walks on the Upper East Side. Good to see you, Sean. Good to see you, Robinson Lopes. Welcome. And Mish45. Welcome. Crazy windy day, Sean. Good to see you, Bagels and Walks. Everyone follow Bagels and Walks. Great live streamer from the Upper East Side. One of my favorite content creators who always shows up Central Park. Good to see you, Sean. But yeah, crazy windy. We will experience the wind when we get onto the Brooklyn Bridge. Good to see you, Robin. Good to see you, River Hay. And Damien, welcome. Good to see you, Marty and Dave Jeffrey in Niagara Falls. Good to see you, Susan Berry and Beverly Smith. No sleep until Brooklyn. Absolutely. Good to see you, Diana Lee and Darlene W. Welcome. Good to see you, RJ, out there in the very snowy state of Colorado. Good to see you there, RJ. Good to see you, Robert T. And good to see you, Mark Freeman down there in Texarkana. Good to see you, Mark. Good to see you, Cake 813. Welcome. And RoboJax checking on in from London. Good to see you. Good to see you, PD and Sheena. Welcome. And Lee, good afternoon. Good to see you, Lisa UK girl. And yes, indeed, Robin, live viewer here. Good to see you, Robin. Good to see you, Donna Knight. Welcome. And Stephanie Stearns. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people, on this November 12th, 2024. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, 2:01 in the afternoon now. Hit that like button. That's right. Let's get to 50 likes. Yes, let's get to 50 likes. You'll activate my legs, and we'll see some New York City. We'll see some art. I will show you a lit Christmas tree. One of the first Christmas trees that is lit and up is up right now. So, but good to see you, Neil from Flatbush. Micah back home. Good to see you. Ali BHG, welcome. And Lynn D, welcome. Robin, thank you so much for hitting that like button. Good to see you, Lynn. Good to see everybody, people. Miss Cecilia, it's going great, but you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'll put the camera on myself. I'm cold. I am cold. It's chilly out here today. The sun has arrived and all the snow melted. Oh, that's a beautiful thing, RJ. Mercy Drive, good to see you. A stoned Christmas tree. Yes, a stoned Christmas tree, people. Good to see you, River Hay. Well, actually, we're going to see 2 Christmas trees, actually. We'll see one over in Brooklyn. I forgot. There's something else I want to show you. There's a couple of things I want to show you guys over in Brooklyn. Rhetorical question, is it Friday yet? No, not Friday yet. John the Beagle Dad, not Friday yet. Good to see you. Good to see everybody, people. We're going to walk over Brooklyn Bridge today. And I had some hot coffee this morning, Cake 813. I had some hot coffee this morning at my 9 o'clock coffee run right before I started working. I had a lovely couple from the Netherlands. They tipped me very nicely. They were just a nice couple, and I'm like, I saw like couple goals the whole tour. This couple was just so cute, and they were so nice. And they loved all the stories I had to give. So I had a pretty good morning this morning, even though I only had 2 people on my tour. But I want to be like that couple. Me and the Dutch, I know we're going to be like that couple, but it was just so cute. Good people always spread good energy. That's what I love. And I hope we could spread some energy, good energy, today over on the internet. You skipped your walk because of the chilly winds. Yeah, we got winds gusting up to 30 miles an hour here in New York City, so it's kind of crazy. Good to see you, the cronies out there in the United Kingdom. Good to see you, Teresa. Welcome. And Gabriella. A few people out there. We're in City Hall Park. We're kind of in the inside of City Hall Park, so there's more people around here. They're just not on camera. You'll see more people as we get moving. There's going to be a lot of people on the Brooklyn Bridge, so there'll be a ton of people out there. You know, every place can't be crowded like Midtown Manhattan. But bonjour, bienvenue, good to see you. I'm doing great today. We're going to go for a walk today, Lawrence. We're going to walk around Lower Manhattan and then head over Brooklyn Bridge. And then there's some art to see in Brooklyn. But we got a Christmas tree to see. And yeah, people are working right now too. So people are in their offices. People are having lunch. Everyone who's here in the park is probably having lunch or a bit of a coffee break. So yes, I get a lot of people from the Netherlands, Cake 813, because I do bicycle tours. So people from the Netherlands and Belgium and Germany and United Kingdom and France and Spain and Portugal, they like bicycle tours. So yeah, I do bicycle tours. So I tend to get a lot of people from the Netherlands. Good to see you, CB Earth Day. Welcome. Good to see you, Lawrence J. Bonjour, bienvenue. And every Brooklyn Bridge trip is better than the last. Robin, absolutely. 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 Go Pren, good to see you. Welcome. Daniel Tomato, welcome. And yes, the Dutch played the part in settling in New York City. Absolutely there, Ali. Absolutely. They were a lot of fun. I had a good morning. It was a beautiful ride, just really fucking windy. Do they like that I'm called Dutch? Yes, they did, Stephanie. Yes, they did. Oh no! John the Beagle Dad is recovering from a minor surgery, and the bandages are uncomfortable. Well, John the Beagle Dad, I hope you have a speedy recovery, and may this live stream be a bit of a distraction from your little itchiness there. So please feel better for us, John. Everyone send John some positive energy, please. Good to see you, Phyllis, 2284, welcome. And is this Splendid PC? I'm cold, Splendid PC. I'm cold. I'm cold. I am freezing because I haven't been moving for the last 20 minutes. I've been waiting for this phone to charge, but I am cold. Welcome to New Amsterdam, everyone. Right behind me is New York City Hall, right there. And yeah, just got to be patient there. Just got to be patient. Oh no, you were hidden by Mark Freeman. Can I unhide you? Where's my jacket? I'm wearing a hoodie. No need to, oh no. There we go. No need to moderate the chat, people. No need to moderate the chat. Sorry about that, John the Beagle Dad, but yes, all good. Hey, gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. It's all good, Mark. I got you. Mark. It's all good, man. Good to see you, Reza Jafari. Welcome. Good to see you, Michelle. Good to see you, Cindy, CJ. I gotta bundle up. Yeah, I should have bundled up. Once we get walking, I'm gonna get warm. So, but it's just like when you're not moving for 20 minutes in the wind, it gets cold. Too bad you couldn't send warmer weather. We'll get warmer weather in a couple of days. We'll get merhaba. Good to see you. All in capital letters. Merhaba. Hussein, welcome. Boris, good to see you. Do I remember when the councilman got shot in City Hall? That was in the 90s, and I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. Yes, indeed. Healing. Yes, itchy equals healing. Ain't that the truth, Robin? Ain't that the truth? You cold inside, had the heat at 7:30, but none since then. Marty, I hope the heat starts coming back up, Marty. Cold in Cleveland also, 46 degrees in Cleveland. We're very similar in temperatures today, New York and Cleveland. Wonder if someone addressed another to New... you know what, KK13? I wouldn't be surprised if that worked. If you get the zip code in there, it's got to work. So you could actually write New Amsterdam, and that would work. Maybe we should try that one day. Good to see you, Neboul. Bienvenue. Everyone follow Neboul. Neboul's a great live streamer from the south of France. See what it's like on the Bay of Saint-Tropez with Neboul. Good to see you, Neboul. Welcome. 46 degrees in Wisconsin. Turn on the heat, please. Turn on the heat. You have a hand in boot warmers? No, you don't need to send me hand in boot warmers. I don't really like hand warmers because they make things like moist. So I just deal with it. I have my thermal on. You know, once I get walking, I'll be fine. Once we get into the sunshine, we'll be fine. But it's actually exactly, Neil. Exactly. This is seasonable for this time of year. So this is how it's supposed to be. Wind and all. Wind and all. This is how it's supposed to be. Good to see you, Andy. Welcome. Welcome on into the show. Good to see everybody, people. We got, oh my God, 64 likes. Okay, I guess we could get going here. Well, we got the microphones hopefully working, so you shouldn't hear wind, but you're going to see the wind. You hear the trees rustle a little bit as we make our way around town today. When did it turn cold? Probably in the last couple. Well, actually, yesterday I was in a t-shirt all day, so I think overnight. Overnight. That's why I think I'm so cold. It got cold overnight. Good to see you, Xavier. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. We have 107 people watching and 67 likes. Let's do it. Let's experience New York City on a beautiful and a windy November day. Hey! Way! There we go. All right, kids. Let's do it. Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. The term is brisk. Yes, brisk would be appropriate. Brisk would be appropriate. But I hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. And we're going to have a great one because we got some really cool stuff to show you guys today. We got some really cool stuff to see. Oh my goodness. It's getting colder. Yes, it is, Lee. Yes, it is. It is getting colder, my friend. Yes, it is. I know. Look at the squirrels love hanging out here. The tourists feed them right here. I have a feeling about that. We got to do a squirrel live stream one of these days where we just feed the squirrels. I'll see you later. By the way, a great movie about squirrels, The Great Rupert. All right, do me a favor. You got to watch the movie. You got to watch the movie about a very talented squirrel called The Great Rupert. All right? We got two squirrels right here. I'll see you later, guys, huh? I see you later? Yeah? Ooh, he did the jump. I wanted to show the jump. Got a new phone. Oh, it's all good. It's all good, Mark. Mark, it's all good. Can't read Cyrillic, but good to see you, Nart. Welcome. Wouldn't that be fun, Michelle? I got to get a new iPhone too, guys. I can't afford it right now, though. Right when I was going to buy a new phone, my glasses broke, and that was like $700 right out my pocket, so. Good to see you, Hank. Welcome. Aren't they cute? Yeah, absolutely, Ollie. It's all good. Everything's taken care of. We have our second device today, so we're all good. This is City Hall Park. I think that's going to be my next phone, Mark. Yeah, iPhone 16 Pro. So I hope you're enjoying it. Had plenty of Apple Cash left. Nice. Nice. So did you see that jump, Dwayne? That was incredible. That was incredible, Dwayne. Sad about, I know, Beverly. Oh my God, Beverly. Beverly, that's like a tragic event. You know, like, there's legitimate nonsensical shit going on here in New York City. And they're going to go out of their way to kill a very happy and loved squirrel. And also the raccoon. I think the raccoon was the thing that got them in trouble. But either way, those animals were loved. Why not have a PayPal donation goal? Keep the extra 30%. That's true, Stephanie. That'll be nice. We should do something like that, Stephanie. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, that story about Peanut the squirrel, that was tragic. That really rubbed me the wrong way. That was just a sad story. And that, you know, if they look at the video, the squirrel was clearly loved and well taken care of. And most importantly, I think we could all agree on this when you see the videos, happy. It was happy. Yeah, I know, Ollie. Yeah. All right. We begin here, Broadway, Barclay Streets. This is my favorite skyscraper right here. The Woolworth Building. The Woolworth Building, the only skyscraper in skyscraper history to be paid for its construction in cash. $14.5 million back in the day. In today's money, that's $2.1 billion. The Cathedral of Commerce, it was originally called. The lower part of the building is still office space, but the upper floors, right up there after the setback, are lovely apartments. And you really can't call them apartments. They're more like 2-level, 3-level homes, all stacked on top of themselves, starting out at the bargain basement price of $27 million. You can live at the very top of the Woolworth Building, inside the little green pyramid that's up there. It's called the Pinnacle, also known as the Castle in the Sky. 10 bedrooms, 9.5 bathrooms, private elevator to your residence, private observation deck at the very top, 1 parking spot downstairs. It could be yours for the bargain basement price of $79 million. Paid in cash, Nibble. Nicolas, good to see you. It's going great. Hot cup of cocoa. I get a hot cup of cocoa at the end of the street. I would love to live there too, 70. Look up the pictures of the Pinnacle. It's quite amazing. Oh my God, that sun feels so good. That sun feels so good. Good to see you, Elise. Welcome. Good to see you, Jerry. Good to see you, Millard. Welcome. Yeah, you get 1 parking spot. Me too. I'm 79 million short too. Yeah, Boris, I don't think you can put a down payment that small on it. I don't think you can put a down payment that small on it. It rents out, and I believe somebody's renting it right now. It rents out for $57,000 a month. Have you seen the photos? That living room is to die for, right, Stephanie? Oh my gosh, pumpkin spice coffee is better? No, I don't like pumpkin spice. I like just a regular coffee. I just like a regular coffee. I don't know if I got this light. No, I don't. Can't get over the price for the parking spot, right? Absolutely. Oh, there we go. We got the light. You gotta sell one of your yachts, Nibble, then you'll be good. Is that Juan Soto's Yankee? Yeah, that's Juan Soto Yankee money, yeah. That's So the Flatiron's going to be a apartment building, but I don't think they determined who owns the damn building. That has some crazy story going on behind it, and it's like, it's kind of steeped in mystery right now, and we don't know what's going to happen. And the Woolworth, I love the Woolworth Building because, you know, it's the terracotta. It's the terracotta on it, you know. It's that facade. I really do love the facade of it. It's just a pretty building to look at. A very underrated building too. But like those apartments underneath, like, you know, you see that setback right there? Like that's one apartment. I think there's one apartment or 4 apartments that are like above and below the setback there. So those are like really nice balconies. And those are really nice apartments. Like really nice. Like I would totally grab one of them if I could. Woolworth Building. Elegant. Good to see you, Willie. I'm out here in Brooklyn. Welcome. Be making my way over to Brooklyn in a little bit. Love the Flatiron Building. Yeah, Flatiron Building is really nice too. Hopefully they'll figure out what they're going to do with the Flatiron Building. We got a guy who wants to run the light here, so I'm just going to run, and then we got to get through the construction. Yes, construction. The sights and sounds of New York, everybody. That'll keep you warm. That'll keep you warm, without a doubt. Ooh, it's cold in the fucking wind. Good to see you, Louise. Everyone check out Louise Poppy. Fantastic tour guide, live streamer like myself. Broadcasting home base, New Zealand. Everyone check out Louise Poppy. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. Oh man, it's cold. Ooh, feel like you're at the dentist. Good to see you, Julie B. Welcome. Oh. You know what's going to be great when I'm home in the bed with the Duchess? Underneath the comforter. Oh, that's going to feel so good. Oh, let me just think about that. Let me just keep that mind. Let me keep that feeling in my mind. Fresh. Oh, it feels really good in the sun. Oh, man, it's cold. Oh, man, it's fucking cold. Oh, it feels like it's gotten colder throughout the day. It wasn't this cold in the morning. Oh, Louise, you're the best. Can you hear my teeth chattering? I'm fucking cold. I'm fucking cold. What the hell? Ah, yeah, it's cold. It's cold, Beverly. Just want to get back in bed. That's all I want. Good to see you there, Michelle King. Welcome. Yeah, I got to start walking a little bit faster. Once we get walking, I mean, I'm going to like go sprint over the bridge because it's going to be really windy on the bridge. So it doesn't look cold, but it is. It doesn't look cold, but it is. Good to see you, Jay Chulo. Welcome. Good to see you, Jay. We have making our way down to our first lit Christmas tree. It may not have a star, but it is a Christmas tree nonetheless. Can anyone guess where I'm going? Let's see. I'm pretty sure we did this. We did this last year when they unveiled this tree. Woo! Okay. Yeah, I got to keep my head covered, Robin. Exactly. Yeah, you know, all right, so Sean, I'm going to call it, Sean. I'm going to tell you this. So, no, we're not going to Radio City, no. No, we're not going to Broad Street. Let's see here. Good to see a Pineapple Water. All the time, your favorite video. Oh my God, I'm in the snowstorm, right? Pineapple Water, oh my God. Time does stand still when you cuddle. Yeah. But Sean, I'm gonna make a prediction. They did say in their press release that they're still gonna decorate around the windows and show off the building's architecture, and also they're gonna have music playing. What I think they're gonna do is I think they're gonna do like a digital projection on the building itself. And it's not gonna be, I don't think we're gonna have the show. Like if you remember everyone, you know, the Saks Fifth Avenue thing, it's like literally like a show where people like end up like applauding at the end of it. I don't think we're gonna get that this year, but we're gonna get some kind of like really cool digital projection on the building to show off the architecture. That's what I think is gonna happen. That's what I hope is gonna happen. So I hope I'm right. Take bets now. The best tree last year was the one made of traffic cones. Stephanie, stay tuned, Stephanie, and I will show you that tree. It's under construction, if you will, Stephanie. It's under construction. Yes, traffic cone tree is coming together. That's right, Neil. We're going to Zuccotti Park. Great to see you, Mason Edens. Welcome. Yeah, I know, Sean. Well, you know what, Sean? I hope that maybe with not having a crazy Saks Fifth Avenue light display show, like you won't get like those crazy crowds of people. You know, it'll be kind of chill. Oh, look, somebody's actually doing a tour next to Double Check. Good to see you, Picard. Welcome. Hey, there's a tour guide hanging out with Double Check. That's cool. I'm going to tap on his head 3 times. I want good luck. If you ever see Double Check, you tap on his head 3 times for good luck. Wah, wah. Impatiently waiting across the light. Tour guy doing this thing. Yeah, that's Ramona's favorite. That's right. Double Check getting a lot of love right now. Got a whole tour group around him. Oh, come on, you can see Zuccotti Park all lit up, and they got a Christmas tree. It had to be placed there overnight because I watched another live stream yesterday and the tree wasn't even there, so. Aww. Double Check is really has some friends around him. Oh, that's cool. You know what, maybe I won't tap on his head 3 times for good luck. Let's get into Zuccotti Park here, show you our first Christmas tree, everybody. Our first Christmas tree of the season. I wish it was darker, a little bit darker, to be honest. At night, this looks so cool. Too early for a tree? Well, they always get a tree in here early, Robin, because it's not really like a Christmas tree. You know, it's just like decoration for like a park. So, but Walks in Camera out there in London, welcome. But yeah, first look, see Christmas trees. There's more than one. There's more than one here. There's more than one. Yeah, no, this is so, I love Zuccotti Park because it's all just white lights. So it makes like a really cool glow at night. I mean, come here tonight, there'll be nobody here, so. But here we go. There it is, our first Christmas tree of the season. Photos from around New York. Now on to the weather. It's 55 degrees across the river in Brooklyn, with the wind blowing out of the northwest at 11 miles an hour, with a relative very dry humidity of 38%. Good to see you photos from around New York. Our first Christmas tree. Very merry, welcome. Good to see you, Liz. Aloha. Welcome. Yay, see it twinkles ever so slowly. Thank you so much there, photos. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, right, start decorating your house. Why not? It's time, people. It's time to decorate our homes. It's time. Let's just do it. It's time. Time to enjoy Christmas. Am I getting inspired today? That's what I'm talking about. They put Christmas lights over Flatbush Avenue and Junction already. Yeah, they put the Christmas lights along Mermaid Avenue in Coney already, and also in Bay Ridge, 86th Street has the Christmas lights up yet already. Good to see you, Beach Bum. Damien, this does look pretty. Good to see you. Welcome. Good to see you, Damien and Beach Bum and everybody, people. Can we get through Turkey Day first, right? Can we get through Turkey Day first, please? And before anyone asks, no, I'm not covering the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I'm actually working Thursday morning. When Double Check was first created back in 1982, he sat right here. And we know he sat right here because these are the bolts that he was anchored in. And if you look really closely, you could see his butt imprint. You see the butt imprint? That butt imprint survived 9/11, for goodness sake. But can you see it? Double Check used to sit right there. They had to move Double Check up to Broadway because of those horrible 9/11 picture book sellers. They turned him into a point of reference, a point of sale for their horrid books that I do not recommend buying. You're planning to do the parade again? So everyone, check out Sean's channel. Check out Bagels and Walks. He's going to be doing the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Give him a follow and he'll be out there. And he'll be out there doing that. So what else? Justine, good to see you. I hope I show the 86th Street lights soon. Yeah, we'll see the 86th Street lights in Brooklyn, yeah. Good to see you, Justine. Welcome. Do I take my bike tour near the parade? No. No, that's a frozen zone. You can't really do bike tours around parades. Good to see you, Dazzapants. Welcome. Double Check kind of got up and walked. He said, to hell with this. They're using me as a point of reference. Double Check survived both collapses of the World Trade Center, so. But those horrible picture book sellers use them as like a point of reference. It's annoying. So he got up and walked up the block. This is the World Trade Center right here. Number 4 World Trade Center's in the foreground, and just to the right-hand side of that, number 3 World Trade Center. A Burger King that survived 9/11 right there. How's the weather, Mason? A little chilly, Mason. A little chilly. A little chilly. It's cold. Well, if I stay in the sun, it's nice. Andy asks, do I like McDonald's or Mickey D's? I like both. They're fine. Either one is fine. Either one is fine. But the weather is chilly. Dazzapants, good to see you. Welcome. It's a little chilly out here today, guys. So I'm going to do my best. Let's do a little loop around World Trade Center. Good to see you there, Adriana. Welcome. Yeah, did you Google Double Check by Stuart Johnson Stewart? That's one of my favorite statues, Julie. Even before September 11th, he was one of my favorite statues. And now after September 11th, you know, that is a survivor. Good old Double Check. Ooh, it's cold out here. The beautiful Greek Orthodox Church, the shrine of National Shrine of St. Nicholas, right there. The most fortified church in the world. Beautiful inside that church. Good to see you, Karen. Welcome. Good to see you, Karen J. McLean. Ooh, a C-130 flying really low. Okay, a little unsettling here at World Trade Center, but I know it's safe. Wow, a C-130. What the hell's that all about? It's the second time I've seen a C-130 fly over the city really low. It's quiet out here. Yeah, it's kind of quiet out here. Memorial Plaza. Oh, Memorial Plaza. Good to see you there, Redstone Soldier. Welcome into the show. Memorial Plaza, comprising of 274 white swamp oak trees and 1 calorie pear tree, survivor tree. This is the time of year where you see survivor tree have all its leaves and all the other trees have gone colorless or brown. Good to see you there, Redstone Soldier. Welcome. You know, Neil, I didn't get any alert for a flyover either. I didn't get any alert. Dave and Bangor, Maine, good to see you. But here's Memorial Plaza. I got the alert for the last C-130 flyover like last week. So, Memorial Plaza. One of the largest and last surviving pieces of sculpture art from the original World Trade Center is right there. Fritz Cohen's sphere stood in the very center of the Austin Tobin Plaza, and it was part of a fountain. And yeah, it was placed in Battery Park in the days, weeks, and months after September 11th. Became actually an eternal flame for a short time before finally and ultimately being moved here to Liberty Park. Liberty Park, an elevated park, stands on the site of the parking lot that used to be here, and also where the Greek Orthodox Church used to stand, which now stands right over there. Good to see you, Carlos. Good afternoon. Good to see you, Ron, out there in Rotterdam. Welcome. Yeah, right. Didn't get any alerts, right? Yeah, we usually get alerts for that kind of stuff. Good to see you, JJ, out there in Cape May. Now, what I love about Survivor Tree is that Survivor Tree is the first tree to bloom in the springtime and the last tree to lose its leaves in the autumn. So let's show you guys this. Today's the kind of day to show you, because almost, you know, all the leaves on all the other trees are brown. They've fallen off. Good to see you, Mary Lily. Welcome. Look at Survivor Tree. It's still green, for goodness sake. That's my favorite tree in all of New York. Look at this guy. I see. You want to talk about resilience? Survivor Tree. Look at that. Still green. It's still green. It's just now turning. It's just now turning. Kind of a darkish, brownish red color. Isn't he beautiful? My favorite tree in all of New York. It's always the last one to lose its leaves. JJ, unfortunately, it doesn't have very deep roots, JJ. It is very well taken care of. But, you know, you got to understand the construction site here at the World Trade Center is really complicated. Underneath us, underneath the voids here, the fountains, is the museum. And then beneath the museum is the PATH train loop that takes you into New Jersey. So unfortunately, all the trees here at Memorial Plaza really can't get deep roots. But look at it. Just look at that. That's just so beautiful. Let's just take this in. If there's anything you want to pose and smile in front of here at Memorial Plaza, do me a favor. Pose and smile in front of Survivor Tree. It's a true living testament to all of the people who passed away here and who are still passing away here from the World Trade Center at this very moment. Oh my God, Mrs. Redstone Soldier, Mr. and Mrs. Redstone Soldier out there in Center Mauritius, Long Island. Good to see y'all. Hope you're nice and warm out there. I know, right, Karen? It just feels like yesterday we were watching Survivor Tree and all the trees blossom in the springtime. It's a pretty view. Just take it in. Just take it in. Wurlitzer, did you enjoy that? Glad you enjoyed that. Good to see a Starzook. So right here, this is a memorial within the memorial. This pathway here is the Memorial Glade. And this pathway here pays tribute to everyone we have lost since September 11th. As you see along this pathway here, you have these upthrustings of Manhattan schist, the bedrock of Manhattan Island, and embedded in that bedrock is actual steel from the Twin Towers. That's right, Mullen, your moment is zen. We're going to get a couple of more moments of zen since we're here at Memorial Plaza right now. Here's a little bit of the Twin Towers right there. But big shout out to Belarus. Welcome. The tourists are behaving today, yeah. But this is the Memorial Glade right here. Now this pathway here roughly corresponds with the, I had an audience. This pathway roughly corresponds with where the ramp was for all the recovery efforts in the days, weeks, and months after September 11th. I have an audience. I got to keep moving here. So we have an audience here. We're good to see you, Dave Jr. Welcome out there in Dartmouth. We got the shine coming right from One World Trade Center. It's bright. It's bright, people. Look at how that Manhattan schist, you can see a lot of metal in it, kind of shines a little bit. Memorial Plaza. If you come here, do me a favor, don't walk on the grass. That's supposed to be walking on the grass. Stay on the pathways. That includes the grates too. People think that you can just walk on the grates in between the grass, and no, you can't. This is an area of reflection and meditation. Can I point out where the round metal sculpture was? So you're talking about Fritz Cohen's sphere. Fritz Cohen's sphere would have been like right here. It would have been like right here, where like the end of the museum building. It would have been like right here. So right now, where I'm walking, I would be in the footprint of the hotel that was here. Oh my God, I'm blanking on the name of the hotel back in the day. But Fritz Cohen's sphere would be like right here. It will be right here, where the museum entrance is. We can't see it now, but you got the tridents of the Twin Towers just beyond this glass here. But yeah, this is where Fritz Cohen's sphere would be. Not the Millennium Hotel. No, the Millennium Hotel still stands. It's right over there. No, the one that was part of the World Trade Center. Wonder if there are any ghost tours here. John the Beagle Dad, from what I've heard, there are no spirits necessarily here. This is not the World Trade Center Memorial Plaza and complex is not considered haunted. So from what I hear from people. So, but there are no ghost tours that go through here. If you're looking for like an official ghost tour, that would be in rather poor taste. I mean, local history is here, but it's also, when you talk about ghosts and paranormal, it wouldn't be here. It would be up at the Merchant House Museum. It would be up by Washington Square Park. It would be up by the Trinity Church Cemetery. Places like that. Is the signal cutting out? The signal is bouncing around, Stephanie. The signal is bouncing around, but we're not going out. It wasn't the Marriott. I don't think it was the Marriott. I forgot the name of the hotel, Neil. Audio has been solid. All right, that's good. Yay! The Oculus, right here, where we had a live stream yesterday. The good old, I'm gonna miss the octopus when it leaves. Gilly and Mark. And they're whack, and they gotta put the sign right next to the damn thing. They gotta put the sign that close to it because people really don't pay attention. Wow, they got the sign right next to it. We know you love the sculpture, but please don't climb on it. Oh. And then they got a more solid sign, right? The Vista Hotel. The Vista, that's the one, Neil. The Vista Hotel. I'm pretty sure that was the name of it. It's okay, John. Yeah, there you go. Wildlife Wonders by Gilly and Mark. Love these artists. They create some of my favorite art here in the city. They create some of my favorite art. Got the animals playing, I think they're playing chess, or they're having a dinner. All right, let's do it. Let's make our way over to Brooklyn Bridge. Let me drive myself crazy walking over the Brooklyn Bridge. Hopefully it's not too crowded. Hopefully the wind has scared people off. Luckily, we will be walking with the wind. So that's a good thing. But this across the street, this is the old Millennium, well, this is still called the Millennium Hotel. At one point, it was the Millennium Hilton. But now it's just simply the Millennium. All right, back onto Church. Back onto Church Street. Whew. Yeah, you get into that wind. Freaking cold, man. Shit. All right. Honking like that, he must be from Jersey. Oh, awesome, Julie. Julie, that's a beautiful thing. Congratulations. Exactly. Yes, indeed, photos. Carlos, good to see you. Go get an ice cream. It's cold. I don't want an ice cream right now, Carlos. I'm good. Thank you, man. Good to see you there, Natasha. Oh my goodness, you had carpal tunnel surgery this morning. Well, Natasha, I hope you recover. Have a speedy recovery, Natasha. May this live stream be a little bit of a distraction and help your recovery. Good to see you there, Natasha. Good to see you. This guy keeps on honking the horn. Like legit. What is your fucking problem, dude? Of course he has Jersey plates though. You know, me and the Duchess had ice cream last night, so it's hot chocolate time. It's hot chocolate time, if anything. It's hot chocolate time. All right, St. Paul's Chapel, everybody. St. Paul's Chapel, one of the oldest continuously used buildings in all of New York City and the United States. This building was completed in 1797. This cemetery is older than this nation, which is crazy. One of the oldest cemeteries in the country here. And you know what? You know what's funny? We have the VPN working. We have supposedly 2 good signals, but the signal is bouncing around a bit. But we've stayed solid. We haven't dropped out. I didn't get like the lost signal warning, but it is moving around a bit. John the Beagle Dad went to a cemetery in Boston that was like this. Cool stuff. Yes, indeed. Reminds you of graves and cemetery. You know, JJ, we got to do a live stream. That is an idea for me. Bitch, somebody rapper sad. Welcome. JJ, that's an idea I want to do. I want to show you guys remnants of Dutch and English Brooklyn. That is an idea I want to do. Audrey, good to see you. Maybe Audrey, I don't know, probably not. Anyway, this is the Bell of Hope. The Bell of Hope was given to the city of New York City on the first anniversary of September 11th in 2002. The Bell of Hope was presented to the people of New York City by the Lord Mayor of London and the Archbishop of Canterbury. This bell was created in England's renowned Whitechapel Foundry, which also cast the Liberty Bell and London's Big Ben. The pedestal was created with locally sourced Eastern brownstone, and directly underneath the bell is a brass footprint of the original Twin Towers complex. The bell is only rung on September 11th, symbolizing the triumph over tragedy. The Bell of Hope, everyone. Good to see you, Michelle Blank from Hanover, Pennsylvania. Welcome. What are we at here? We should be at least 200 something likes. Wow, really? Wow, you guys really don't love me. Wow, there's so many of you watching and nobody hit the like button. Good to see you, Blondie. Welcome. Wow, we should be at least, you know, we bursted over 300 already and only at 150. Can we get to 200 likes? That'll be really great. Wow. Hitting the like button is free. And it's much appreciated. It'll help me out tremendously in the algorithm, but I guess nobody cares. That's right, all the Michelles are in here too. All the Michelles are in here. Yeah, hit the likes, come on. There's a lot of people watching here for nobody, like for the like ratio to be that low. It's pretty amazing. It's okay. See, Karen, it's okay. You're a channel member. You get a pass, Karen, because you're a channel member. It's all good. Yes. A little bit of traffic here on Broadway. Let's hit the 200 likes. It's 250. We should be at 250. Ah, awesome. Yep, I pretty much started. Hey, good for you. All right. Silently watching Urban Adventure. I appreciate that. That's true. It's a matter of decency. I appreciate those words. Absolutely. I wonder what makes him special. To make the face into the camera. I love when they do that. I wish I could do that one day. Just play with the horn like that. All right, let's go through City Hall Park again. Where we began. We literally made like a figure eight walking around just now. We literally made a figure eight. Jesus, that was nice. Okay. A tourist slamming into my bag. I appreciate that for no reason. It's okay, Joss. Yeah, exactly. JJ, it's the sights and sounds of New York. All right, let's go onto the Brooklyn Bridge. See what kind of crowd are we going to get up there. Yeah. You want to go to JNR and watch the dumbwaiter? Let's do it. Let's go to JNR and watch the dumbwaiter. Let's go. Let's go. Good to see you, Jim. Oh my God, it's a Christmas spectacular at Rockefeller Center. New York, this screams New York City, right? Let's get more New York than that. The Municipal Building. And I think the street is hindered or closed. It's hindered. You can still ride a bike down it. Let's go JNR and watch the dumbwaiter. Or did somebody snatch the sign? Oh no, the sign is still there. Good to see you, Carol. Thanks for hitting that like button out there in the United Kingdom. Welcome. The last remnants of one of my favorite stores of all time, JNR Music and Computer World. Oh, come back to me, please. What's going on in here? There's a whole lot of nothing going on in here. Look at that space. Wow, that's a big, they could put a new JNR in there or something like that. Oh, I've seen the dumbwaiter many times. Oh my God, I missed that store too. Z is Des Z, welcome. Should be Scaffold City, right? But this is the entrance. So this is I guess this is one of the entrances, 13 Park Row. They built a big, it's a big residential building here. But this is literally the last vestige of JNR. One of my favorite stores of all time. They could put a new JNR right in there. They could sell CDs and cassette singles and That'd be fabulous, people. I could get that new Wilson Phillips tape. I was looking at pictures. Actually, somebody on Instagram, somebody uploaded pictures of the exterior and interior of Tower Records over on 4th Street. Work downtown, used to get all your music, games, Walkmans. Yeah, you remember that? Good to see you, Randy. Welcome. I used to specifically go to JNR Music World to get my external hard drives. So many of my, and some which I still have and still work to this day. That's where I used to go to get my external hard drives. I used to go to JNR. I was convinced that JNR had best quality external drives, like, you know, drives that never corrupted. Yeah, maybe, Karen, maybe. This is the Potter Building right here, a fireproof building from 1882. And now we're looking back across City Hall Park and Park Row. Look at my beautiful Woolworth Building. Look at that thing. It's so beautiful. St. Paul's Chapel down the block. Oh my goodness. And right here where these buses are, this is where Dick Oliver on Channel 5 recorded, and he reported on everything going on at the World Trade Center site here. He stayed here on this street here for 3 days. Shout out to Dick Oliver. I don't know if he's still alive or not. They had a fantastic return policy, even for like hard drives. They had like an 18-day, 15-day return policy. And yeah, I never got a hard drive I had to return. Never got a hard drive I had to return. But Rouge Jones, good to see you, Rouge Jones, welcome. Off to my left-hand side, New York City Hall. New York City Hall, the oldest continuously operating city hall in the United States. The building was completed in 1811, opened up for business in 1812. To give an idea of how small the city was back in 1812, the city extended just about 5 blocks north of Chambers Street. So a 10-minute walk from here, you would have been surrounded by farms back in 1812. Kind of amazing. Got a micro center now? Yeah, Boris, we got a micro center over in, what's it called? Industry City. They're all right. Nothing will replace JNR. Let's just get that out of the way. Nothing will replace JNR Music World. Same thing goes with Sam Goody. Same thing goes with, there's so many great stores from that era. The Rand McNally store down on Maiden Lane. Good to see a viewfinder. Welcome. Oh, that's awesome, Karen. Karen, congratulations, Karen. All right. Let's head onto this bridge. I gotta get warm. I'm cold. Yeah, JNR was the ultimate one-stop shopping store. The Wiz was okay. I mean, Radio Shack back in those are like chains. Those are like chains. Like those one-off stores we used to have. I used to get my camera repaired at Chrysler Camera Repair, which is now, I guess, Adorama. Yes, indeed, Cake. Yes, indeed. Did we hit 200 likes? We hit 200 likes. Let's get to 300. Let's get to 300. Do you get the discount now? Perfect. Yalla, yalla, yalla. Yalla. All right. The municipal building right there. Dirty Jersey. There's going to be a breeze on the bridge, Dirty Jersey. And it is crowded up here. We're going to take our time. We're definitely going to take our time going over the bridge today, because it is crowded on here. I remember Suncoast Video, Urban Adventure. I remember Suncoast Video down in Florida. I don't think we had any here in New York, but I remember those down in Florida. Oh, it's crowded up here. Oh, thank you so much, Light of Wisdom. I grew up with everybody, so. Yeah. Radio Shack. I went to Radio. You know what I went to Radio Shack for? I would go to Radio Shack to get fuses for my receiver. Whenever my 180 watt receiver, I blew the fuses on that thing blasting music, I will get my fuses from Radio Shack. And I still have a pair of fresh fuses for my receiver, which still works from 1991. I have a Sony receiver, which, if you don't know what a receiver is, it's basically an amplifier for speakers. Yeah, you miss Radio Shack too? Me too. All right, let's see if we see any vendors here on the bridge. Good to see you, Paul. I still miss Crazy Eddie also. Your dad got his first cell phone from Radio Shack and first DirecTV system. Hells yeah, good times. No, they're crowds today, Robin. They're crowds today. We're just not in there yet. I miss the Sam Goody. I miss Sam Goody. Oh, yeah, we miss all these stores. All these stores where we live our old memories. Oh, the 141-year-old Brooklyn Bridge. I'm off tomorrow, so I get to sleep in. So I don't know what I'm going to do for live stream tomorrow. Would you guys want to go plane spotting up in Queens tomorrow? Let me know. Because I think we're going to get that wind out of the north. So there is no vending allowed, Audrey, here on the bridge. There is no vending allowed here on the bridge. And the last couple of times we've come up onto the bridge, there have been vendors up here. So let's see how many we have. Yeah, right, many moons ago, right? Radio Shack, or the place you got your first cell phone many moons ago. Oh my God. A simpler time, people. A simpler time. Shout out to Tandy Computers. Was it Tandy and Commodore Computers? Right? Plane spotting sounds good, right? I think we'll do that tomorrow. Plus, there is a exhibit at the Queens Museum, which has a different take on the history behind the 1964-65 World's Fair, and I'm thinking I might want to do a pre-record video of that. There are a couple of pre-record videos I got to do, so I think I got to work on some of that tomorrow also. Yes, Tandy was Radio Shack's house brand. Yes, indeed, Michelle. Had an Atari 800, nice. So we just had 2 New York City police detectives walk past us, and I think they're on the lookout for vendors here on the bridge. I'm gonna hide in. I'm trying to hide in amongst the tourists now, but also try to show them all. Yeah, Big Jet Dutch, exactly. Your first stereo? Oh my God, a realistic Jack Spencer. Now you're talking. Good to see you, sir. I'm gonna say over 5, Neil. I'm gonna say over 5, but you never know. They might have been given the word that the police are on the bridge, and they might have cleared out. Your first boombox was from Radio Shack. Me too. My first boombox also was from Radio Shack. Luckily, we're walking with the wind, so it's not as cold. Right, you say 4? You take the under? That's true. It is too cold for them. Let's see. Look, I have somebody who has American flags. They no doubt bought that from a vendor. So at least we know we have at least one vendor on the bridge. Yeah, exactly. Adriana, if you see one, you ask them when was the Brooklyn Bridge built? You know, Mark, to a certain extent, the word boombox has never gone anywhere. As long as us old people still use it in our hearts and in our everyday language, it will never die. It will never die. Okay, I'm getting warm. I could take off my hood. I'm getting warm. All right. Oh yeah, those are undercovers. Shout out to the NYPD. New York's finest. There they go. They found their first vendor. Let's see, they're looking at it. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're observing. All right, so these two undercover police officers are observing. But I'm kind of surprised. There's quite a few here. Look at this. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 so far. We count 5. And I think the detectives may be looking for something else, because they're looking at the roadway. Oh yeah, they're looking at the roadway. Yes, indeed, Beverly. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I knew it because they're like in that one spot. I'm surprised that they're that ballsy to set up right there. Now, what's going to happen is that if the cops want to shut them down, they will seize all of their merchandise. That's right. Can we get to 330 likes? There's 333 of you watching. Come on, guys. Support the broadcast. It's free. Hit the like button. We're on the Brooklyn Bridge. Listen, if we get to 250 likes right now, I will tell you the story of the Brooklyn Bridge. I've done it many times before, but maybe I'll get people a... Why are you walking towards me? Did you see that? Did you see that? She walked right towards us. All right, next tourist I'm not going to be so nice to. I'm literally looking at the line on the floor and walking corresponding to the line. Yeah, dirty Jersey, right? Lots of idiots everywhere. That was like, why was she walking sideways? Does she have crabs? Does she have crabs? Beverly, who designed the bridge? John Augustus Roebling. John Augustus Roebling. I can't sell you the bridge. I can't sell you the bridge. But if we get to 250 likes by the time we get to the center span, I will tell you the story of the bridge. I tell you, it's so much more pleasant to ride a bike over the bridge than walk. I miss the 90s where you could walk across this bridge and there'll be nobody up here. Just other New Yorkers who actually use it as a bridge. And if you do visit New York City, please walk all the way across the bridge. Don't walk halfway, turn around, and go back. I know that's a joke, Randy. My beautiful bridge. Might as well show you, because we got the graphic and Nibbles watching. Here's the Brooklyn Bridge in numbers. There you go. All right, so now we're up to 7 vendors on the bridge. Here is a dedication plaque for the Brooklyn Bridge right up there. That's a dedication plaque, and then the reconstruction plaque right underneath. Where are the bikers? They're down in their own bike lane down below. We have a separated bike lane now on the roadway level. Karen, I don't got to worry about you. You're a tour guide. Lisa UK girl, here's your answer. Show the graphic one more time. There you go. Oh, they're looking for somebody or something. We have caught up with our 2 police detectives here, or officers. It's interesting that they're like on either side of the pathway here. You like your graphic there, Nibble? Yeah, I'm not gonna ask them, Dirty Jersey. I let them do their job. I don't want to interfere. It's nice up here, though. It feels good in the sun. Look at that. Oh man, that feels good. That feels good, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you, Leela. Welcome. You know, I always say there's nothing like walking over the Brooklyn Bridge on a beautiful sunny day. As the great David McCullough once said, nobody should miss it. It's just like walking on the rim of the Grand Canyon. And the best thing about the experience is that, you know, humans made it, people like you and me. No toll is paid, no. Me too. Liz, you know, the architecture and the design of the bridge, Liz, Ellie, it's just beautiful to stare at. It really is. There's just something pleasing about it. And these, you can see, like, with the shine off the buildings, we can see all the details here in the cables. And, you know, when they built this thing, and this is the only good thing about the cheese grater building right now, is reflecting the sunlight. But it's just pleasing to look at. It's a beautiful structure. And the fact that it's been here for 141 years, I mean, where we're walking right now, this pathway is in the exact same spot as it was on opening day, May 24th, 1883. We're almost to the center span. David McCullough, KK13, is one of my inspirations for being a tour guide. And part of my Brooklyn Bridge spiel, I completely stole from him. Good to see you, Derek. Good afternoon from Glasgow. Shout out to all my Glaswegians watching. Shout out to Glasgow. Shout out to Ettenbetta. Shout out to all of Scotland. Oh my God, we're only 10 likes away. We're only 10 likes away for me to tell you the spiel of the Brooklyn Bridge. We're just gonna take in the view here, and if we could get 9 more likes, I will tell you the spiel. We got a little bit of haze. There are some wildfires just to the north from here. So it looks like we are getting a little bit of the haze from the wildfires. You heard of the song, TV show Taxi? Yes, indeed. Yep, yes, indeed, Beverly. Oh, are we having a signal issue right here? Are we really having a signal issue right here? Stunning day. Yeah, not stolen, inspired. That's right. His brothers wrote a book. Yes, they did. They wrote a book about the Wright brothers. Yes, indeed. And Mary McHugh with a $10 super chat. Mary McHugh, thank you so much for the very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $10 club. Much, much, much appreciated. With a big $10 super chat. And most importantly, Mary McHugh, thank you so much for getting my transportation out here. Thank you so much for getting my my Metro card money out here. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, Mary McHugh, with a big, very generous $10 super chat. How are we doing on the signal? Are we all right, guys? I don't know if we're dropping out or not. Let me see how this looks like for you guys at home. Okay, it's not too bad. Oh, we're not losing anything. Okay. So I might as well tell you people. Shall we do it? We hit 254 likes, so might as well tell you guys the story of the building of the Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah, the signal's pretty good, Julie B, so we're just going to go on with it. Signal is good. It's fine there. Signal is good. Beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I'm watching the replay, right? I'm watching the stream right now, so I might as well tell you, ladies and gentlemen, behold, the 141-year-old Brooklyn Bridge. Steam power, horsepower, and raw human power. That's what's built the Brooklyn Bridge. Built in an era before electricity, the Brooklyn Bridge is truly a handmade modern marvel. It took 14 long years to build the bridge between 1869 and 1883, years during which Thomas Edison invents the light bulb and the phonograph, Alexander Graham Bell invents the telephone, the buffalo were killed off the Great Plains, the catcher's mask and curveball were introduced to the game of baseball. In Washington, President Chester A. Arthur installs plumbing in the White House, and in Europe, Picasso and Einstein are born. Just some of the things that were happening in the world while we were building the Brooklyn Bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge is a vision of a true genius, a Renaissance man of his time. His name was John Augustus Roebling. John A. Roebling immigrates to the United States in 1832 from the walled village of Mulhausen, Germany, to resolve his destiny in all that space, as his family said. And to say that he obsessed over the Brooklyn Bridge would be an understatement. In the winter of 1845, there was a big engineering summit out in the city of Brooklyn where they gathered some of the world's greatest engineers and architects to discuss building a bridge. John Roebling with his son Washington attended this 3-day summit. At the end of the 3-day summit, they took the ferry over from Fulton Ferry Landing over to Lower Manhattan. Just one problem. It was so cold in that February afternoon that the East River was all filled up with ice. So it would normally take you just 20 minutes to cross the river. On this afternoon, took them 2 hours to cross the river. And at this point, this bridge becomes John Roebling's obsession. John Roebling advocates for the bridge tremendously in various engineering and architectural magazines of the time. He saw this bridge as the only way for the cities of New York and Brooklyn to truly thrive in their place on the planet Earth. In 1867, the cities of New York and Brooklyn award John Roebling & Sons, the premier steel wire manufacturing company here in the United States, the contract to build the Brooklyn Bridge. John Roebling gets so excited, he draws up all the plans of the bridge and estimates cost in just 3.5 weeks. John Roebling even paints these highly detailed oil paintings of some of the building processes for the workers who could not read or speak English. He was quite hands-on. Construction officially commences in August 1869, and unfortunately for John Roebling, he is killed just 2 weeks into construction. So we find ourselves once again down below us at the Fulton Ferry Landing. John Roebling with his son Washington were at the Fulton Ferry Landing doing survey work, trying to figure out where the towers are going to exactly stand, where the anchorage is going to go, and they were standing right at the edge of the ferry dock. A ferry boat came into dock. John Roebling and his son stepped back to allow the ferry boat to dock, and unfortunately for John Roebling, his foot falls through a broken wooden plank in the pier. His foot gets wedged in the pier. The ferry boat comes in and crushes his foot. John Roebling was a hydropathist. He believed that water cured everything. Against the wishes of his son Washington Roebling, fresh from the Civil War, he saw some real terrible stuff. He's like, Dad, you gotta amputate your leg. You gotta have to amputate your foot. You're gonna die of gangrene. John Roebling says, no, water will cure me. And John Roebling proceeds to cure himself by drinking mineral water and pouring ice cold water on his open wound. Needless to say, 18 days later, John Roebling dies of the most agonizing bout of tetanus. So now enter the son, Washington Roebling. Washington Roebling, his father's favorite apprentice. He was a genius just like his dad, formerly trained as a mathematician, an engineer, an architect, amongst many other trades. He was assumed all the responsibilities of building the Brooklyn Bridge, and he was quite young at the time, just 32 years old. So I like to say the father, he designs the bridge. The son places the bridge where it is today. But unfortunately for Washington Roebling, he's almost killed building the Brooklyn Bridge. The hardest part of this entire bridge's construction, we cannot see. It's down below us. It's the foundations for the 2 towers. To create the foundations for the towers, we use the caisson method. And the caisson method, very simple. You create an inverted wooden box. You place that box to the bottom of the riverbed. Workers then after that, Air pressure forces water out of the box. Workers then enter the box in a shaft under very high air pressure. The workers then undermine the edges of the box, and as more dirt and debris come up from the river bottom, the box slowly settles down. And once the box hits bedrock, you fill it up with concrete, and you have your foundation. It was very famously said that Washington Roebling was the only person to keep his head on straight in these truly terrifying conditions. Understand that electricity is not invented yet, so your only source of light were these calcium torches that gave off a rotten egg smell while the rest of the caisson lied in darkness. And they thought there was just sand at the bottom of the river? No, there's rocks and boulders and stuff. For every month to do excavation work, 5 months were needed to do the same amount of work, and it was tough, back-breaking work. Everything was done by hand, with pickaxes, shovels, and a very loud steam-powered drill. Well, as they dug deeper and deeper down, the air pressure on the workers was becoming more and more great. And what was happening was that the workers would go down to the hole, they work 10 hours to come out of the hole, take a sip of water, boom, they'd be dead the next. Or they'll come out delirious or half paralyzed. They were coming down with the bends. But back then we called it caisson's disease because we really didn't understand the effect on air pressure on the human body at the time. And 2.5 years in the construction of the bridge, Washington Roebling takes a 2.5 years in the construction of the bridge, Washington Roebling gets a very bad case of the bends, and he is paralyzed from the waist down, and he's no longer able to personally supervise the bridge's construction. For the duration of the Brooklyn Bridge's construction, he managed it from his bedroom window in Brooklyn Heights, where we're going to be walking in a little bit. Now, the foundations for the towers were quite incredible. The Brooklyn Foundation for the Brooklyn Tower rests on bedrock, roughly about 35 feet below river bottom. When they were doing test borings for the Manhattan Tower of the Brooklyn Bridge, the tower you're looking at right now, they found that they would have to dig down to the appalling depth of 109 feet below river bottom. How many men are going to die? Roughly 35 men died up to that point. So as they were digging deeper and deeper down, the sand was becoming more and more compressed, and they were using gunpowder to break up the sand. So Washington Roebling's like, no, this is madness. Too many men are being killed and injured, and who knows how much longer we have to keep on digging down to bedrock. So Washington Roebling takes a huge gamble, and I quote, "I find this strata of sand perfectly suitable for a foundation for my Manhattan Tower. I am quite confident it has not shifted in several million years." And he was correct. To this day, to this very moment, the Manhattan Tower of the Brooklyn Bridge doesn't rest on bedrock, but on sand, roughly 19 feet short of bedrock. But after Washington Roebling is basically bedridden, who really completes and builds the Brooklyn Bridge? Well, Washington's wife, Miss Emily Warren Roebling. Miss Emily Warren was the sister of the general that Washington Roebling served under during the Civil War, and she was a quite educated woman for her time. One of the first women to graduate NYU Law School. Her main vocations were the English language and law studies. So you get somebody that's into the English language, somebody's into law, somebody's into mathematics. They make a power couple for the time. And Miss Emily Warren Roebling is the one who really builds the Brooklyn Bridge. She basically self-taught herself everything you need to know to build the bridge under the guidance of her husband, Washington. But she had another trick up her sleeve. She knew how to talk to the assistant engineers and architects. She was called the soother of hurt souls. And whenever the egos of the assistant engineers and architects got a little bit out of hand, she knew how to talk to them. She knew how to keep them in check. "Gentlemen, we gotta finish this bridge." But after 14 long years, the Brooklyn Bridge is finally ready for its first traffic. May 24th, 1883 is a big day here in New York City. Everybody has the day off. And Miss Emily Warren Roebling is the first ceremonial crossing across the completed Brooklyn Bridge. She rides across the Brooklyn Bridge in an open silver and white carriage, cradling a rooster. The rooster was a symbol of victory. When she arrives over to the Brooklyn side, there's over 20,000 people waiting for her. And then that day, we have a big party. Army regiments and marching bands from all around the world march back and forth across the bridge in a days-long procession. The president and vice president are here in attendance for the opening of the bridge. And then that night, we have probably the greatest fireworks show in all of New York City history. Nearly 14.5 tons of fireworks were released from the bridge in a fireworks show that lasted nearly 3 hours. From what I've gathered about this fireworks show, it was a very beautiful, stupendous, chaotic, and dangerous experience. If you can imagine, there's fireworks being shot at the top of the towers, there's fireworks being shot on the roadway, there's boats down beneath us on the East River shooting off their own fireworks, and they kept the bridge open to traffic the entire time. We knew how to live back in 1883. After that, the bridge was an instant success. That's why we had a little bridge next door to it, like the Manhattan Bridge. But every day, 91,000 people cross the Brooklyn Bridge, and y'all right now are some of those 91,000 today. Behold, in all of its greatness, the 141-year-old Brooklyn Bridge. There you go. It does not get better than that. But we do have a super chat from Arjan Alawaha with a $5 super chat. Arjan Alawaha, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thanks for joining today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $5 super chat. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's live stream. Isn't that amazing? Emily Warren Roebling, the story of the Brooklyn Bridge. You gotta love it. Thank you so much, Julie. I was being a little distracted. I had tourists staring at me, so. But yeah, Michelle, I would give anything to see that fireworks show. It was kind of crazy. They were just kind of shooting fireworks off the bridge left and right, not really coordinated. And everyone could walk across the bridge. Everyone could go across it on a horse carriage. It was kind of crazy. But Arjun Alawaha with another $2 super chat. Arjun Alawaha, thank you so much for joining today's $7 club. Thank you so much for joining today's $7 club. Thank you so much for your very generous donation of $7 super chats. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's live stream. It is much, 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 much appreciated. But I was a little distracted by tourists staring at me. But now you want to talk about the elephants. So the elephants want about 2 weeks after the Brooklyn Bridge opens up. The bridge has its first major tragedy. It's a beautiful spring day in 1883, and somebody screams. Now, somebody says, oh my God, a cable snapped. The cable doesn't snap, but it causes a massive panic. And on the Brooklyn side of the bridge, 12 people die in the stampede of humanity trying to get off the bridge. And then after that, for the first year that the Brooklyn Bridge is open, virtually nobody wants to cross the Brooklyn Bridge. The bridge is devoid of traffic, except for people who knew how strong the bridge was. The bridge is over-engineered to a factor of 6. So to bring confidence back into the bridge, we enter the greatest showman, Mr. P.T. Barnum. Mr. P.T. Barnum, a circus showman. He happened to have 21 very large elephants at his disposal. And he also had at the time the largest elephant in captivity. Her name was Jumbo. And 21 elephants, a bunch of giraffe, lions, tigers, and bears, and monkeys, and cats, and dogs, a whole menagerie of animals crossed the Brooklyn Bridge on the Brooklyn Bridge's first birthday in May 1884. He marches these animals in lockstep back and forth across the bridge, and it brings confidence into the bridge after that, and the bridge becomes more popular than ever. But there you go, the Brooklyn Bridge. Kirk, I'm not going to start over for you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Sarah C. Welcome. What a great view indeed, Steve Cruz. What a great view indeed. Good to see you, Cliff Padilla. Welcome. But we're not going to start over the Brooklyn Bridge spiel. Let me get something to drink really quick. I would give anything to see the 21 elephants march over the bridge. It was a big deal. The elephants marched in lockstep, so they were like marching across the bridge to create the most vibration in the bridge, and the bridge didn't move a bit. The bridge didn't move a bit. And there's only illustrations of it. There's no photographs of this, which is just crazy. But there you go. Behold the Brooklyn Bridge. If you want to hear a great podcast about the Brooklyn Bridge, check out the Bowery Boys podcast, where you could find all your favorite podcasts. I highly recommend listening to that. Yes, like I mentioned, Lisa, yes, Jumbo was a female. And I will show the expansion joint, yes. Ed Allen, good to see you. A quick view of Midtown. There is Midtown. We can see the Empire State Building, 432 Park Avenue, 1 Vanderbilt, the new headquarters for Chase Manhattan Bank, the Chrysler Building. They're all right there, people. They're all right there. Urban Adventure is one of the greatest things you could do is walk the bridges in a day. On a beautiful afternoon, I highly recommend it. To do a little loop around both bridges, looking at stuff along the way, it will probably take you about 2-3 hours to do. Well, we got moonrise happening. Look at that, the moon is rising. Look at that. Moonrise, everybody. Great vistas. I mean, you really can't go wrong with the view up here. That's why you want to walk all the way across the bridge so you can enjoy the view. But here is the expansion joint to the Brooklyn Bridge. This is how much the bridge moves, people. Got all that oil on there, so be careful if you ever come here. Watch out with the oil. But you know, John Roebling, when he was designing the bridge, he knew that, in his words, the bridge would act like a sail, so thus he overdid everything. The bridge is over-engineered to a factor of 6. So this thing ain't gonna go anywhere. Yeah, that's an awesome walk, Liz. That's an awesome walk. All right, let's continue on. If we could get to 300 likes. There were 340 of you guys in here. They came in and went out. Let's see here. Do I know about the upside? No, you know, Memtotope. That's not a real concept, Memtotope. That's just somebody who made a graphic and people believed it. That building is actually not getting built. That's not a real concept. That is not a real concept, and it's not going to get built. What is going to get built is a building called The Torch. And The Torch is going to be an almost 1,000-foot tall skyscraper featuring a 300-foot long drop tower. So it's going to be pretty intense, pretty wild. Yeah, you believed in Memtotope. I'm surprised. People have been telling me that story now for the last 3-4 years. Did you see that U-shaped building? And it's like, no, it's not happening, guys. That's just a concept. Good to see you, Rolo. Welcome. Has anyone swam from the Brooklyn Bridge? Yes, many times, Lisa. I actually have some of that footage on my Flickr account, and I have videos of that here on my YouTube account. I have documented that a few times, many times actually, more than a few. Yeah, Cliff, it's a building that it's like 2 buildings connected at the top. It's really stupid. I'm surprised how many people thought that was going to actually happen. Sally Skipico, good to see you, Sally. Welcome. Steve Brody, now, see, this is the funny part, Ed Allen. I recently, you know, the Bowery Boys have a great podcast about the Steve Brody story. We actually don't know if he jumped from the bridge. He was going to do this stunt. He was going to jump from the bridge and survive. And he rented a barge so that the press could go out there. And supposedly he jumped from the bridge and survived. But we actually, in retrospect, looking at the history, looking at the records, if you will, we don't know if he actually did it. And the Bowery Boys go into some fantastic depth about Steve Brody's life and story. And I highly recommend checking that out. We actually walked past the Potter Building on the way here. That was where Steve Brody got his first sense of fame. He rescued people from the Potter Building. There was a fire in the building, and he helped people escape to safety using a ladder. And after that, he was like kind of hooked. He wanted to be famous. Randy, it's a lot of fun. Without these 3 people, we will not have our Brooklyn Bridge. Look who gets top billing. The great Miss Emily Warren Roebling, right there. And then her husband, Washington Roebling. And then the father, the man who designs the bridge, John Augustus Roebling. But, you know, like everything in life, we always, on the back of every great work, we could find the self-sacrificing devotion of a woman. The great Emily Warren Roebling, right there. The builder's plaque of the Brooklyn Bridge. Oh my God, did you really find Bowery Bugs? Bowery Bugs, you find out why Steve Brody jumped from the bridge. Now, is that the whole cartoon? Is that the whole thing? That's my favorite Bugs Bunny episode. Bowery Bugs, everyone. Let's get into Brooklyn. Yeah, let's head back. Let's head into Brooklyn, people. It should be the whole cartoon? Okay, awesome. I know there was like some edited version of that. Are people really like mocking me right behind me? That's it. We get to walk behind them now. Make example. Rude tourists. Don't mock me right behind me, folks. This is what happens. This is what happens. They don't know who I am. They don't know who I am. Anyway, we're gonna go down the stairs where it's not, right? I knew it. That Bowery Bugs episode is so damn hard to find. That Bowery Bug, the whole episode is hard to find. No, Cliff, it's not gonna get built, Cliff. I don't know why people believe that it was gonna get built. It's a little ridiculous that people would think that thing will actually get built. It's not gonna get built. Believe me, when something really cool is gonna get built, y'all gotta know. Believe me. All right, it's 3:30, November 12th, 2024. We're almost halfway through the month. We have some more Christmas stuff beginning to appear. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go down a very narrow stairway. And when we go down the stairway, we're gonna, that's where the 12 people died in the stampede of humanity trying to get off the bridge. And that stairway that we're about to walk down is in the exact same spot as it was when the bridge first opened up in 1884. And actually this promenade that we're walking on is in the exact same spot as it was back in 1884. And if you wondered why is it made of wood, because this is the part of the structure that moves the most. So they put in some variances to allow wind to pass through it for weight and also for movement. John Roebling really did a great job. I mean, when he first proposed this design, it was quite controversial because it was really expensive. $14 million in 1860s money. And he said when he proposed this design, and I quote, "With proper maintenance, this bridge could easily last you 1,000 years." And you know what? Something tells me it's probably going to last 1,000 years. The U-shaped building is ridiculous. It's just a stupid, what is it called there? That's just a stupid rendering. That's a nonsensical rendering. I can't believe people believe that shit. That's why you watch me and I tell you that's bullshit. It's bullshit, people. It's bullshit. It's kind of ironic though, like John Roebling designed the bridge to act like, it's going to act like a sail. And then now there's like a building right here that looks like a sail. The Olympia, right there. Good to see you, Jerry. Good to see you, Sunshine After Rain. Beautiful day at the office. Yes, indeed. So they do a lot of maintenance on the bridge. They're constantly painting the bridge. They're constantly cutting the locks off the bridge. And they, there's only so many things you could do with the cabling and all that. That's pretty much locked in place. But they repave it and all that. And there you go. There's a link to the entire cartoon. Of course, archive.org has it. Archive.org has all the cool shit. Awesome. Thank you so much, Neil. Well, you know what I think about Randy is you could take a tour with the great-great-great-grandson of John Roebling and Washington Roebling, right? You could take a tour over the Brooklyn Bridge with an actual Roebling. And you know what he takes with him on the tour? The stenography set, the pen and paper that John Roebling designed the bridge with. Pen and paper. That's it. Mathematics. John Roebling looked at the design of the Brooklyn Bridge as a mathematical equation. And he actually drew up well over 100 different designs until the bridge conformed with this mathematical and visual view of perfection. He knew that this bridge was going to outlive him, so might as well make it beautiful and functional. And it is, in a way, I look at the Brooklyn Bridge as like a piece. It is a work of art. but it's like a functional work of art, something that's, you know, tangible. It helps you cross we just crossed a river just now. We climbed about 41 meters above the river just now. And by the way, if you go to the Bowery Boys website, they could hook you up with the tour with a Roebling, and I highly, extremely recommend that. That's probably the best way you can walk across the bridge. I would recommend taking a tour with a Roebling than myself. I think his name is Christopher Cake. I think his name is Christopher Roebling. I think it is. I think it is. But I mean, he has the tools that help design the bridge. It's pretty incredible. All right, we're in Brooklyn. Let's go down the narrow stairway because we got to go to the anchorage at Dumbo. And here's a great example of look at how they're blocking the whole thing. Now they got to walk en masse. You know, this pathway is already narrow as is, and they got to just walk across the whole thing. I haven't taken the tour with Chris Roebling, but I would like to. Yeah, it is Chris, right? Yeah, oh, it's Chris Roebling, K-R-I-S-S, Chris, there you go. Thank you so much, Neil. So here it is, here's the stairway. This is where the stampede happened, right here. Yeah, Neil had the correct spelling. And now we find ourselves on Washington Street. And then a lot of the vendors that got kicked off the bridge, they're now here. But we're gonna make our way over to the anchorage to the Manhattan Bridge. And we got something cool to see over there. So that's what we're gonna do. Look at it, all the vendors are right here. Oh, thank you so much, Neil. There's the link to the tour. Yeah, Bowery Boys tours are some of the best in the city. That is like the premier tour. Excuse me, please. Fucking. Excuse me? You okay? You all right? You all right? Yeah. I'm just trying to walk straight. Good to see you there, mister. Yo, don't come to my city and give me fucking attitude, because I will curse the shit out of you. Next time I'll just elbow people. How about that? Should I just, he's going through the red light. Should I just elbow people? Should I just do that next time? Good to say some fucking shit underneath your fucking mouth. I like this new thing of like they're on the phone and they look at you knowing that you're going to walk straight towards them, or you're walking straight towards them and they look away. What was I supposed to do? Walk into the fence? All right, was I supposed to walk into the fence? I think I was supposed to walk into the fence. Good to see you, John Burke. Welcome. Anyway, the tour continues on, people. Good to see you, Caddy Corn from South Florida. You know what it is, Urban Adventure? We have this new type of tourist. It's called the I don't give a fuck tourist, and they're actively rude to the people who live here, to the servers, to the people who entertain them. It's an incredibly ignorant and self-centered mindset of people. And I am, especially like, I know that this Christmas, they're gonna push me past the point of fuck it. And we're gonna get great content out of it. But I'm like kind of over it. All right, we got beautiful light on this thing right now. Yeah, no, RoboJax. It's the same everywhere, RoboJax. It's the same everywhere. I'm a little over it. But let's get our water in Washington picture. Because we got nice light on it right now. Come here in the morning and you get really good light on it. But there it is. Good to see you, Nicole. I know, Darlene, right? Darlene, it's a little annoying. There's our, see, it's right there. Yay! Yeah, I know, that's the philosophy. That's the philosophy, Cake813. It's almost as if like they expect nobody else to exist. Which is like, they're lucky that it was me and we're live streaming. Right, do you like how the sun's bouncing off the bridge? Passing Gleason's Gym. This is Gleason's Gym right here. Happens all the time in Liz, I have read some stories about tourists in Hawaii. Spot the Canadian. Canadians are so lovely. That guy was definitely not Canadian. I deserve better, yes indeed. I'm a little over it though. They see me walking with the gimbal and they just assume that I'm a tourist. And it's like, no, it's a little bit different than that. Yes, we're walking underneath the Manhattan Bridge now. This is the shootout scene in Once Upon a Time in America. That happens right here. Yeah, urban adventure. All over, all over. Canadians do rock. But look at it, guys. We got an exclusive here. We got an exclusive. Oh my God, is he actually building it? He's building it right now. Oh my God, he's building it. This is the man who builds it. Well, it's definitely Christmas. It's definitely Christmas. It's coming together. Our favorite Christmas tree. I don't know when it's gonna get lit. I don't know when it's gonna get lit, but we will be here for the lighting. Fantastic job. You're my favorite tree in the whole city. Awesome. Thank you so much for this. I appreciate it, man. From the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you. Oh my God. It's coming together, people. It's coming together. We'll be here for this when it gets lit. I love it. 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 Oh, let the man get back to work. Nice guy, right? See, we're nice here in New York. Let me tell you something. We're nice here in New York. I'll give him his space. I'll let him do his thing. He looks like he's in the zone right now, so I'm gonna let the man be in the zone. Let's get some waterfront views here. Yeah, he's having fun. Yeah, Randy. I love stuff like that. We saw the tree get lit last year. We're gonna be back here again in the coming weeks, and we're gonna see it get lit. It's fucking great, man. I love it. Oh, I love New York. Right? That's what you call an urban tree, exactly. It doesn't get more creative than that, freaking traffic cones. And they were kind of making fun of like the whole fact that this whole area it has been under construction for quite some time. As they redo the whole plaza and the streets around here, this area is constantly under construction. Stephanie Stearns, if you're still watching, there's your cone tree. I don't know the date it's going to get lit, but it's going to be very soon. We will be here for that. We will be here for that. We will be here for that. We should have at least 300 likes. What are we at now? 295. Yeah, let's get to 225. I mean 325. Let's get to 325 likes. Keep on hitting that like button, everyone. We're now going to enter Brooklyn Bridge Park. You're more than welcome, Stephanie. Be careful out there driving, doing God's work, delivering blood. There you go, Stephanie. You got your cone tree in progress. Traffic cone tree in progress. One of my favorite trees in the whole city. That's right. Keep saving those lives. That's right. Okay. Good to see you, Norm, out there in Bangor, Pennsylvania. And 300 likes. We hit 300 likes. Thank you so much, everyone. Keep the likes coming so more people can find the broadcast. Thank you so much for getting us up to 300 likes. You know, I gotta be honest, it feels so weird being down here, not on a bicycle. Oh, and I could tell you right now, guys, I could smell the wildfire smoke. I could smell the wildfire smoke. It is noticeably stronger right now. I can smell the wildfire smoke. Good to see you, investigator. Welcome. Oh my God, it's gonna be lit on Wednesday, December 11th. Awesome. Thank you so much, Neil. At 17:30. Beautiful. I'm there, Neil. All right, gotta put that into the calendar. December 11th. Our traffic cone tree gets lit. Hey, look at this. This is the greatest view, one of the greatest views in the whole city. Got our Manhattan Bridge right there. Brooklyn Bridge with the World Trade Center. And Jane's Carousel in the foreground. They're beautiful. Love that view, right, Nicole? One of the best in the city. Was I cold on my bike tour this morning? No, actually it was perfect cycling conditions, so I wasn't cold at all. It was, to be honest, Lisa, I was coldest when I was setting up the stream, 2 hours ago. I was cold setting up the stream. It feels like it's colder now than it was in the morning. It definitely feels like it's colder now than it was in the morning, and I could really smell the wildfire smoke. Like, yeah, I could really smell it. It's very pronounced right now. Very strong. Guys, ready for one of the greatest reveals in all of New York City? This is one of my favorite reveals. Yeah. I love that. And you can see the smoke. I don't know if you guys can see that it's hazy. You can see the smoke. It's definitely hazy right now. Look how pretty that is. Wow. Yeah, you know that history behind Jane's Carousel? Built in 1922 by the Philadelphia Toboggan Company for an amusement park in Youngstown, Ohio called Idora Park. And there the carousel stood from 1922 to the winter of 1985. In the winter of 1985, the carousel was partially damaged in a fire, and they were going to sell it off piece by piece. But in the mid-1980s, there were two real estate developers. They're called the Valentis brothers of Two Trees Development. They wanted to build a big residential development right here, where we're standing here in Brooklyn Bridge Park, and they wanted a carousel as a part of that development. So one of the wives of the brothers, her name is Jane Valentis, she saw that this carousel was up for auction, and she went to that auction for the bargain basement price of $273,000. She then spends $2.1 million and 25 years completely restoring the carousel to its current glory. And then it was placed here in Brooklyn Bridge Park in 2011. Survivor of Hurricane Sandy. If you look up, do a quick Google image search of, just search Hurricane Sandy, Jane's Carousel, and you will find a picture taken from up there on the Manhattan Bridge. It's a pretty amazing picture. But it looks hazy, right? It's hazy out here, yeah. The smell of smoke is definitely a lot more noticeable right now. It is noticeable. Well, you know what it is, Nicole. They were going to sell the carousel into pieces. The horses are worth more money individually than on the carousel itself. So they managed to keep the whole thing intact. I mean, it is a very special carousel with all of its original horses still intact. It cost $2.1 million to restore the carousel, and it cost $11 million to put it in the box that it's in. The box that it's in was designed by world-famous French architect Jean Nouvel. Jean Nouvel picks plexiglass instead of regular glass, so you have the least amount of columns blocking your view of the skyline while you ride the horse. Smelled the smoke this morning, yeah. Yeah, I can smell the smoke now. At the beginning of the stream, I did not smell the smoke. I can smell the smoke now, and it's definitely hazy now. Definitely a little bit more hazy now. Let's head over to the promenade. We'll take the promenade via the Squibb Park Bridge. We'll do that. But the smell is noticeable right now. Look at that view. How beautiful that is. Wow, that is pretty with like the shine from the sun and the reflection, the reflected light on it too. Wow, that's special. Autumn in New York, everybody. Autumn in New York. Absolutely, John. I think that the Brooklyn Bridge is just the prettiest bridge to look at. It is my favorite bridge in the city. So RJ asks if I remember wildfires being this close to the city in the past. No. Actually, no. This is my first time actually kind of experiencing the wildfire smoke from fires just, what was it, 30 miles away from the city. There's a rather large fire on the New Jersey, New York State border, and the Jennings Creek fire. And that's what we're smelling and seeing right now. Love that Gothic design. Yeah, me too. The trees are awesome, right? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We get to say like we're like in wildfire season now in New York. Typically, this is the dry season. Like autumn it's a dry kind of season, but not 42, 45 days with no rain dry. That's what's a little bit disconcerting about this whole deal. Yeah, we got the red flag warnings. Yeah, I shut those alarms off a long time ago. I know, RJ. It's crazy, RJ. Exactly. Very common on the West Coast, not so much the East Coast. And these are like big wildfires. I mean, the wildfires down in central and southern New Jersey are quite robust themselves, but our latest wildfire over by the New York-New Jersey border, nothing to, nothing to dismiss. 1,500, was it 1,500, 2,000 acres? So, but I mean, the little bit of haze is creating these amazing little, like the light on everything is really cool. Oh, Beverly, we desperately need rain. Absolutely. Usually high humidity keeps wildfires to a minimum. Yeah, but the humidity is really low, Ambrose. We're at what, 20-something% humidity? It's very low. So it's very dry. Yes, there was a 2-alarm fire in Prospect Park in the Midwood area. That's like the wooded, the woods area. That's like the forest. And wow, it's really strong right now. The smell is really strong. Yeah, 2-alarm fire up in Prospect Park, contained within about 2-3 hours. Yep, there are wildfires in Canada. Yeah, it's kind of wild. Well, good to see you, Ambrose Chamber Pot. Welcome. It's been dry and sunny since August. Yeah, it hasn't rained in New York since what? Sometime in September. 44% right now. That's very low. That's very low. That's definitely not going to inhibit any kind of fire. All right, let's head over to Squib Park. Let's do Squib Park Bridge because we're going to go up to the promenade, or promenade, as some people would like to call it. The promenade. This is Brooklyn Bridge Park. Brooklyn Bridge Park, everybody. The beautiful, relaxing lawns. And we got a lot of construction happening here. They're building a new pavilion over here for the park. This tall black building, this is One Brooklyn Bridge Park. It's a hotel. And then next door to that are a bunch of townhouses. All the dogs are hanging out. Let's head up to Squib Park here. Head on up. I think we are, Derek. Derek, I think we are. You know what I'm going to do? It's like, what, 4:30, right, guys? What I'm going to do is, if it's open, I'm going to go to the bathroom right here really quick. And then we'll watch the sunset. The bathroom should be open here right now. So it's almost 4. It's 4 o'clock right now. Okay. So we got like, yeah, we got time. We got time. Let me hit up the bathroom, and then it's fireworks time, and then we'll come back and we'll enjoy a sunset. How many people will tune away when we go into fireworks time? Stay tuned and find out. Actually, should I use the bathroom down here? Yeah, we use the bathroom down here. There's a bathroom down here. Let's use the bathroom down here. Let me get out of the bike lane first. I'll use the bathroom down here. Yes, we are, Neil. Yes, we are, Neil. Did you see the sculpture that's over there? Did you see that cool sculpture that's over there, Neil? That's where we're going to end today. So Randy, the fireworks, you're going to see them in a moment. Whenever I use the bathroom or anything like that, we go to a fireworks video I created in an app. It's not a real fireworks show. Saw it in the news. Nice. Woo, yeah, I gotta go pee. This cold air, man. I could barely last 2 hours. Oh, are we really closed? Let's see, where is it telling me to go? Restrooms are out of order. Okay. Okay, up the bridge. Okay, we gotta go up the bridge. I should have just went up the bridge. I should have just went up the bridge. Ah, well, let's get up the bridge. The Squib Park Bridge, formerly the most bounciest bridge in all of New York City. All right, up to Squib Park Bridge we go, people. It's the only fireworks allowed in these dry conditions, yes. Yes, fake fireworks that they made in an app. Those are the only fireworks allowed. All right, up the bounciest bridge in all of Brooklyn. We do have videos and live streams from the original Squib Park Bridge, which was really bouncy back in the day. This whole thing used to shift and bounce kind of up and down and to the side. I'll see you later, Robojacks. Don't work too hard. Don't work too hard, Robojacks. Yay. Yep, just to go for a whiz. I gotta go all the way. We gotta go up this way anyway, but I wanted to use the bathrooms downstairs. We'll use the bathrooms up here. Wow, they got that is a nice apartment. Wow, they got a lot of shit in there. Wow. The ventilation shaft to the A and C trains, right over there. That's the Bridge Street Tunnel. Or sorry, High Street. Sorry, High Street Tunnel. Yeah, it's beautiful, Nicole. It's a lovely spot to live. Really pretty. All right. Well, where's that Apple store when I need it? There's a little bathroom right over here, guys. So I'm going to go quickly into this bathroom and take a whiz. So please talk amongst yourselves. Be kind to your fellow neighbors. And I will be right back in a moment. Stream on a live stream, people. Stream on a live stream, baby. That's how you do it. Oh, that felt good. Needed that. There you go, people. Stream on a live stream. And to the people who don't know how to do that, that's how you do it. To think somebody, I gotta adjust my pants. Somebody live streamed themselves going to a bathroom. Colleen made me aware of that live stream. Then I saw it, and me and the Duchess's jaws were about 3 floors beyond the sub-basement. I feel so bad for the people who were in that bathroom who got on the live stream. Anyway, this is Edward Squibb Park right here. Edward Robinson Squibb. It's a pharmaceutical company. They used to have a factory here. We now know that company today as Bristol Myers Squibb. So there you go. Yeah, we made it, Randy. We made it. Let's head up to the promenade and get in some promenade views and enjoy the sunset. And then we'll head over to the subway and I'll show you one more thing, ma'am. Just one more thing, ma'am. Just one more thing. I got one more thing to show you. Like the great Columbo always said. Ma'am, just one more thing, ma'am. Why would anyone, I don't know. Cliff, I think the streamer didn't know how to shut the camera off. At least he didn't show himself actually peeing, but it's a little disturbing. It's a little disturbing. Anyway, ma'am, just one more thing, ma'am. And we got one more thing on the stream. But first, let's enjoy the sunset. We made it up to Columbia Heights. And welcome to Brooklyn Heights. He does have a French car, right? It's like a little coupe. Columbo. Let's see, where's sunset going to be? Sunset's going to be just to the left of the Statue of Liberty. So if we keep on walking down, I think we could line it up today. A Peugeot, that's right, he drives a Peugeot. That's right. I think if we walk further down here, we could almost line up this sunset with the Statue of Liberty. I think it was a Peugeot 403. I don't know the exact make of the car, but look at that view. Urban Adventure a hint. We got 281 people in the chat, and we're walking around the great Brooklyn Heights. I have to head on to the Brooklyn Heights Promenade right now. Anyway. Ooh, it was a 403. Oh, I learned something new today. Thanks, Google. Google's the best. Wow, you can really see the wildfire smoke. Wow. Oh my God, is this a proposal? Oh my God, he's setting up a proposal. Will you marry me? Holy cow, that's really cool. Oh, I love it. Oh, I hope she says yes. Wow, look at all the haze, everyone. Wow, it's so hazy out here. And I could really smell the smoke. I could really smell the smoke. I know someone's gonna be really happy, right? Oh, that's so cool. We didn't get any rain, yeah. We didn't get nowhere near enough rain. All right, let's take this to Clark. And then we're going to watch sunset from Clark Street here. Let's watch sunset from Clark Street for everyone. Smoke from the Jennings Creek wildfire. That's on the border of northern New Jersey and New York State. The Jennings Creek fire has been burning for the better part of 4 days. And it burned, I think, 1,500, 2,000 acres of forest. And that's just about 40 miles, 30 miles to the north of the New York metropolitan area. I was just here with my guests. And now I'm here with all of you guys. Just like that. Just like that. Wow, look at how the buildings look, guys. Look at that. Empire State Building and the Central Park South Tower, all lit up. You can even see the tip of that building nobody likes that blocks the Empire State Building on 5th Avenue. Can you see it? It has a little crane right there, right? We have walked a long way, yes indeed. We pivot the camera west and you're gonna see the duck at Hudson Yards right there, 30 Hudson Yards. Right there, looking fabulous. Look at that view. All the buildings beginning to shine. And to think, in the last 2 hours, 15 minutes, we started in Lower Manhattan, we made our way around to the World Trade Center, we came up and over the Brooklyn Bridge, down into Dumbo, did a little zigzag up the bridge here, and now we're here on the Brooklyn Heights Promenade. Look at that sunset, everybody, right there. There is your sunset for tonight. Statue of Liberty, just off to the right-hand side, right next to the sun flare. There's a sun flare in the lens, if you don't know what that is. What's that second ball on the screen? It's called the sun flare. The sun flare is basically a reflected light in the lens of the camera, and yeah, that's where our sun flare is right now. I got a nice live stream of a sunset last night. Oh, awesome. Beautiful, right? Look at that planet move around. Look at that planet moving around the Statue of Liberty. Oh my goodness. They try to be artistic with the sun flare. There you go. Hey, almost. Almost. I want the sun flare to look like the flame on the Statue of Liberty. Hey, oh, almost, almost. Almost, anyway. Oh, the link is working? Fantastic. Your cat is smacking the sun flare. Awesome. Karen, keep the pet. If anyone has a pet, if anyone has a cat or a dog and they're watching the stream, please feel free to take a picture of your loved one, of your furry pal, and send it to me on Instagram. And I feel like I should start posting those pictures for everybody of everyone's cats and dogs watching the live stream. I think that'd be pretty fun. Fur baby, that's the word I was looking for. Your dog watches me, Urban Adventure? Awesome. Thank you so much. This is the channel 4 out of 5 cats and dogs watch, so thank you. Gemini loves my voice. Aww, Gemini. Hopefully I'll be seeing Gemini soon, Jim. When we untangle your lights. Me and the Duchess are ready to untangle lights for you. You know what I could do? I could actually sit down. So let's sit down. Let's sit down for a little bit. Oh, awesome, Nibble. Awesome, Nibble. Awesome. This is what it looks like if you sit down on the promenade. This is what it looks like when you sit down here. John Lore, good to see you, sir. Welcome. Enjoying the sunset here in the promenade. I can sit down for a little bit here, so this is nice. This is nice. Maybe with the new promenade, they'll have a plexiglass barricade, right? The sun left 5 hours ago. Yep, -5 GMT here in New York City. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Nicole, this is the spot, Nicole. I'm not gonna lie. This is the spot. This is the spot where you enjoy the sunset and, you know. Me too, Julie. Julie, I just want to get home and cuddle with the Duchess. That's really all I want to do right now. Just get back home in bed. That's all I want to do. You'll be dead before the new promenade gets built. Let's see. I don't know. This whole structure will probably fall apart before then. I'll get something to drink here, guys. Hold on one second. Me too. I love this time of day. I love this time of day. It's cold, but I love this time of day. Oh, that's good. I tell you one thing, this time of year, your water stays nice and cold. I will take my time. Yeah, there's a beer waiting for me at home. I'm gonna grab a beer on the way home. I'll have a beer tonight. I don't know. I feel like watching a movie tonight. I don't know what movie though. Maybe we'll watch It Happened in Brooklyn or something like that. Oh my Lord, we're so lucky to have this here. We're so lucky. Hope it doesn't end up like the old West Side Highway. Hopefully not, Viewfinder. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Spot on indeed, Derek. Oh my goodness, people. What's that? What did you say there, Michelle King? Send me a picture. Oh my God, your granddaughter's watching? You can send a picture of your granddaughter, Michelle. Yeah, send me pictures and I'll share them on I'll try to make a collage over on the Instagram there of everyone watching the show. Ooh, the buildings are really beginning to pop now. Look at that. Oh, she's only 2. Awesome. I'll try not to curse too much, Michelle. We are lucky to have this view. Look at the duck right now. Oh my goodness. The duck is looking fabulous. Let's look over at Empire State Building. Look at Empire State Building beginning to shine. But the star of the show, look at the haze on the harbor here. Look at this. Look at the haze on the harbor right now. And you can tell how windy it is. Look at the spray coming off the C Street boat right there. Queens to the Battery. I could probably do that, Randy. That's a long walk, but we've done walks like that. I've done walks that long before, but like I've gone from Central Park to the Battery. So, you know, Queens is not too bad. Free to use photos of Louisa May Alcat. You sent me, Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. Right, it's a little haze on the harbor right now. Let's get to the sun. It's going down right now. Yep, he was on one 2 days ago. Nice. Governor's Island Ferry. Here's your Governor's Island Ferry, and you can really see all the the container cranes at the port in Bayonne. He was at the Bronx Zoo on Saturday, and the fire haze was terrible. Yes, indeed, Mimi. Good to see you. Yeah, Mimi, a couple of days ago, we had Saturday, we were getting the fire smoke from the Palisades, which is literally like, well, like barely a mile north of the George Washington Bridge on the New Jersey side. So these wildfires are like very close. So I heard that the Bronx and northern Manhattan was getting a pretty bad smoke. Wow, we can see right through the Governor's Island ferry there. Look at that. That's the Governor's Island boat making its way to Governor's Island. Gabriella, good to see you. Beautiful afternoon. Yes, indeed. Can we get to 350 likes? Keep on hitting that like button. Let more people find out about the live stream and keep on hitting that like button. And yes, indeed, a couple of days ago, there was a 2-alarm fire in Prospect Park. Yes, indeed, Ethan. 2-alarm fire in the Midwood area. That is the part of the oldest, one of the last little bit of forest here in Brooklyn. Luckily, the fire only lasted about maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. It was a 2-alarm fire. And a big shout out to the New York City Fire Department for squashing that fire in due time. We're now experiencing the wildfire smoke from the Jennings Creek fire. That's on the border of Brooklyn. That's on the border of New Jersey and New York State. About 30, 40 miles to the northwest of New York City. Governor's Island is right here, Derek. This is Governor's Island, here in the foreground. You see that big concrete building right there? That is the ventilation shaft for the Hugh Carey Tunnel, but nobody calls it the Hugh Carey Tunnel. It's the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. But that is Governor's Island, right there in the silhouette. And that wind is really picking up. The wind is really picking up. Oh yeah, you can really smell the fire. Wow. Wow, you can really smell it. Wow. Show the traffic on the BQE. It's all beneath me. Ooh, are the lanes here closed? The lanes might be closed here. Let me get my strap here ready in case I drop the gimbal, but let's see. Oh yeah, there you go. There's your BQE traffic. That's a Queens-bound traffic, and then Staten Island and New Jersey-bound traffic is down a little bit below that. But traffic is moving okay. Not too bad. Pretty nice sunset shaping on up. Yes, indeed. Everyone's out here walking their dogs. Cue the dog barking in pure happiness and joy. And the wind is really picking up, guys. The wind is picking up. So that's why I want to keep the shot as steady as possible, but the wind keeps on moving the gimbal. Yes, I used to have a dog, Ethan. Well, many years ago, I had a dog. I cannot have a pet now because our living situation, it's a bit like, it's unsteady right now. So unfortunately, we cannot. We hope to get Chihuahuas soon, Ethan. Boris, it's already coming together. We've already seen a house decorated. We saw a few homes decorated. And yeah, the house in Bay Ridge is coming along fantastic also. Oh, that's awesome, Karen. Yes, every time you see a Chihuahua, think of me and the Duchess, and The Duchess's mom already has a Chihuahua. That's Rupert the Chihuahua. Shout out to Rupert the Chihuahua. Hopefully keeping Mama Duchess nice and warm. Good to see you, Michelle K. Welcome. Stunning sunset. You're more than welcome, Dazapants. You're more than welcome. Yeah, this wind here is picking up ever so slightly here as the sun goes down. Yeah, Rupert's, named after Rupert the Squirrel from the movie The Great Rupert's. And if you've never seen that movie, stars Jimmy Durante, you gotta see that movie. It's a great movie for Christmas time. Fantastic for children to watch. The Great Rupert. And that movie always, it's hard for me not to cry when I watch that movie because it's so cute and so fun, and yeah. Those dogs live longer than any other. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Got the helicopters taking off from the Lower Manhattan heliport, and there goes that wind. That wind is really now going. I think we're getting into like a 20-mile-an-hour gust right now, and you could really smell that smoke. My goodness. The smell of smoke has definitely gotten way more noticeable now than since the beginning of the live stream. And it is getting cold up here, people. It is getting cold. Well, you get, wow, yeah. No, I'm trying not to breathe that way in, Randy, no. Good to see you, Les No, said Kia Ora, welcome, and Ibrahim, merhaba. Good to see you. Yes, the wind is blowing the smoke in my direction, yes. No, Ethan, it depends on the wind, Ethan. I mean, I'm smelling it, Ethan, so I don't know what else to tell you. Beautiful scene indeed, Dave. I'm doing my best to keep the camera nice and still, but the wind keeps on bouncing around the camera. There we go. Darlene, you're more than welcome. Let's see. Do we have a PSA for people to hear, Mrs. Babbage? Let me see here. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, here it is. Here it is.
Ask your sister to sit in a half a tub of water. You just saved over 10 gallons of water. So keep New York wet. Save water. Turn the water off when your mother's brushing her teeth. You'll save over a gallon of water. Keep New York wet. Save water.
That's right. Thank you, kids. Keep New York wet, people. Save water. wait, here. Let's hear the long version, people. Let's hear the long version of that one. Let's go back to the 1980s when shit was simple. Why are they playing all this music for? Why are they playing all this music for? I want to hear the commercials. Save water. Save water, Pete. Wait, hold on. We're going to get the long version. Here we go.
New York City's having a serious drought, and so I've asked everyone to save water. So if your kid tells you to get out of the shower faster or turn the water off when you're brushing your teeth, you better listen. And it's up to you, kids, because I've appointed every kid in New York deputy mayor in charge of saving water. You gotta be tough. It's up to all of us to save water and to keep New York wet.
Keep New York wet! Save water! Ask your sister to sit in a half a tub of water. You've just saved over 10 gallons of water. Turn the water off when your mother's brushing her teeth. You'll save over a gallon of water. Opening a hydrant isn't funny. It can waste over 1 million gallons of water a day. Don't let the water run while your father is shaving. This will save over 2 gallons of water. Tell your brother to get out of the shower. Shorter showers save 3 to 5 gallons of water. Keep New York wet! Save water!
That's right, kids. Save water. Be like the great Ed Koch. Yeah, don't forget, pee in the shower. Save some water. You pee in the shower at the same time. Keep New York weather. Keep New York wet. Save water. As I hear myself. Tell me another live streamer who does that. Come on. Dare you. Call me now. Anyway. So that promo was done in 1980. And the promo was done here in New York City. It was actually filmed at the entrance to the Brooklyn Bridge. Right next to City Hall. Right in front of City Hall. That was done in 1980. All right? You always do that, right, Nebel? Ange is in the house. Everyone check out Yo Ange, fantastic live streamer from the Upper West Side. Hang out with Ange and Joe and their coffee-fueled adventures around New York City and beyond. Everybody follow Yo Ange. Ange, good to see you, Ange. Yeah, that drought was bad, John, but I think this one may be worse if it doesn't rain in the next few days. Yes, Ethan, water. Yes. Save water. Keep New York wet. Save water. Fuck, the wind is really beginning to build. I know, those kids are your age. Exactly, Liz. All is well, Ange. I hope all is well with you and Joe. Watching this sunset, and then we're going to go see one more thing over by my subway station. And then I'll head home. This is good cuddle alert weather. It's up to you, kids. That's right. Thank God you got lots of water in Toronto. That's a beautiful thing. Watching that sun. And the birds always seem to do this right when the sun goes down. The birds really just start flapping around, flying in groups. Has anyone else noticed that? The birds just go crazy at sunset. Ethan G says rats are vicious. Fawn Marie, good to see you. Aloha, welcome. Yeah, during the eclipse too, yeah. Is it called the transition period? Oh, the birds are getting ready for bed. That makes sense, Liz. That makes sense. My dad used to always fly his pigeons at sunset. The day has been productive, Fawn Marie. It's been a good day. It's been a pretty good day today. But now I'm ready to go home, get a beer, have some dinner. It's mad how birds can tell where they're going, right, Derek? Yeah, I think we're all ready for bed, Neil. Yeah, no, Ange, my dad flew pigeons. You know, it's funny, Ange, you did a video once mentioning the Viola Homing Pigeon Club. And my dad was a member of the Viola Homing Pigeon Club For a couple of years, they used to have like this race where everyone would go out to Red Bank, New Jersey with their best pigeon. And then when they released the pigeon, you know, whoever's bird got back to the coop, you know, first won. And they had like a kind of like a GPS, like kind of tracker on them for the time. And it was really cool. Our pigeon came in, well, my dad's pigeon came in 3rd place one year. We won $3,000. And the first place winner for a few years, because, you know, all the bookies would get in on the action, the grand prize for like a bunch of years was like $30,000. It was insane. It was insane the way degenerate gamblers would gamble on pigeons. But the Bronx and Brooklyn probably had the strongest pigeons every year. And I'm talking about like way out in, you know, like Red Bank, New Jersey. We went all the way out, and then they would put like a handicap on the location of the coop, like a positive, negative handicap, depending on the location of the coop. I know there are a couple of videos of that homing pigeon race here on YouTube. Yeah, no, we had our pigeon coop up on the roof, and at the most pigeons we had at one time was 44. We had 44 pigeons once at one time. And it was fun. My dad used to love flying the pigeons. We had to take down the pigeon coop, though, because of, you know, FDNY fire code rules. I don't think my dad ever gotten over that. That kind of broke him. He was kind of sad after that. Yeah, exactly. No, Derek, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. Me too. I miss watching pigeons fly. There's a really beautiful pigeon coop in Coney Island, actually, shown in the TV show Gravesend, over on Neptune Avenue and like West 15th Street. It's a big coop. It's a huge coop. Whoa, wind is really picking up. It's getting colder by the moment now. I mean, it's getting cold now, guys. It is getting really cold out here. And the wind is picking up something crazy, so the minute the sun gets below the horizon, I gotta start moving because it's cold. I wish I had my live stream glove with me. Liz, pigeons are incredibly smart. It's kind of amazing. Danielle from Amazonia, Brazil. Boa noite, Brazil. He had a shitload of pigeons. Oh yeah. 51 degrees. We lost another degrees with the wind blowing out of the northwest at 10 miles an hour. I think it's more than just 10 miles an hour, though. I think it's definitely like gusting to like maybe 15, 20. It's getting cold up here. I'm not moving, too, so since I'm not moving, I get cold. All right, I'm trying to hold this camera as still as possible. And I might as well kneel. Down goes the sun. Down goes the sun. Down for another day. Down goes the sun. The moon's in a neutral position just behind me. But down goes the sun. Central time zone. You are up next. But another day in New York City in the books. In the books. John, we've seen him many times, John. Oh, yeah. Where did I learn Portuguese? Tourists, Danielle, tourists. All right. Look at this beautiful view. We'll take in this view for a moment here. I hate these 4:30 sunsets also. I can't stand them. But you know what? We're here now. Ooh, I can really smell the wildfire smoke. Wow, it's really strong right now. All right, kids. Let's go up Clark Street here. Because we got to get to the subway now, so let's get to the subway. Yeah, I know. Keep your windows closed, Ange, because I could really smell the wildfire smoke right now. It's strong. Yeah, Christmas lights coming soon. Christmas light videos. Ooh, it's cold. Oh, man. Bloody hell. It's cold. Okay, we're gonna walk down Clark Street and take this all the way to Cadman Plaza. And then we got one more thing to show you guys, and hopefully it looks cool in the waning of sunlight here. Oh, it's so quiet over here. I know, I just keep thinking about dinner, Fawn Marie. Me and the Duchess in bed, Fawn Marie. Yes, indeed, Beverly. Well, we're not used to the cold because it was like 80 degrees just a couple of days ago. So, or 70 degrees. It was 70 degrees yesterday. Oh, you see the moon? The moon is right there. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, after 5 o'clock sunset is in February. Yikes. Okay, so yeah, the days are getting shorter until what, the 21st of December? And then days start getting longer again. Granted, very slowly. Listen, I live stream in snowstorms, so I'm just cold because I'm not moving. Once I get moving, I feel better. Pulled out the long underwear today, nice. I'm not a fan of the long underwear, so thus I don't wear it. But it's about that time. But tomorrow, if the wind is coming out of the north, we'll go up to Flushing Meadows and we'll do some plane spotting. Ethan G doesn't like high 40s temperature. Yeah, not for everyone. I know, it's finally melting in Colorado. Yeah. Snow's finally melting in Colorado. Y'all got what, 2 feet of snow in Colorado? Y'all got quite a bit of snow up there. Did the snow? You missed the snow I did in Coney Island. That was a lot of fun. You know, it's funny. I'm like living in like the one place where it's like physically tough to get to if it snows, and like I live there now, so I could just stumble out of my house and show you guys, you know, a beach. So that's what I'm hoping for. Wow, you got 41 inches in Colorado. Dang. 41 inches. Mercy Drive. Good to see you, Mercy Drive. No, I like 50s and 60s. Give me the 50s and 60s any day. 50s and 60s are nice. All right, we got a really cool sculpture to show you guys. So let's do it. That's over by the train. Pick up the train, take the train home. Maybe when I get back to Coney, I'll get a hot coffee. I think I'll get a hot coffee. You wear shorts and a t-shirt in your apartment all winter? Yeah, me too. Me too. Not a spinning sculpture. No, not a spinning sculpture. Yes, indeed, Vaughn Williams. That's the Southern Hemisphere. Southern Hemisphere is going into summer now. Ouch, ouch. Just tripped over a uneven sidewalk. Okay. Ooh, that hurt. Ooh, that hurt. Okay. All right. Is he gonna go or what? I want to keep moving. Almost twisted my damn ankle. All right. You're more than welcome there, investigator. All right, what the hell? I gotta walk in the street. Oh, they just repaved the sidewalk here, okay. Oh, we gotta walk in the street. I feel like I was just here. Oh, wait, I was riding a bike right here. Oh, why is he backing up? What the hell was that all about? Yeah, isn't it weird there, Vaughn Williams? Ooh. Now people don't know how to drive, Ethan. Oh, we're getting ready for a big production here. The cones are down. Ooh, it's windy right here. The cones are down. What are they filming here? Law and Order? They're filming Law and Order in Manhattan today. What are they filming here? Let's see. Let's see what they're filming. Oh, another show. Most Wanted. They're filming. They'll be filming here tomorrow. Oh yeah, they'll be here all day tomorrow. Okay, Arjun, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for the $7 in Super Chats. S. Ed, welcome. Here comes the Frenchie. There you go. Brooklyn's version of the Flatiron Building. Right here. This is called 1 Clinton Street. Apartments start out at $1.7 million in that building. So if anyone wants to super chat me an apartment in there, that'd be much appreciated. I still hold out hope that one day some awesome real estate guy would just super chat me in the Duchess an apartment. And again, Kirk, I just mentioned it. This is Brooklyn's version of the Flatiron Building. It's called 1 Clinton Street. I love it when people ask me a question that I just answered. Oh, there you go, Danielle. There you go. All right. Quack, quack. All right, the M103. You coming around? Oh, I'm going to just go. That's the New York rule. If anyone hesitates, you just go. You never know. Anything's possible. Absolutely. All right, kids. We're almost to Brooklyn City Hall. What time is it in New York, please? -5 GMT. -5 GMT. There you go, Nicole. Ah, there you go. There you go, Kirk. The thing, I've been live streaming 9 years, and that is still probably one of the most asked questions, is what the time is. I deserve a great dinner tonight. Yes, I do, Robin. Yes, I do. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm tired.
And some shirts, and we'll get out of here.
I'm ready to tuck in for the night. And if we have the wind coming out of the north tomorrow, we'll go to Queens. Good to see you, Randy. Thank you so much for hanging on out. Tomorrow if the wind's coming out of the north, we'll go up to Queens and we'll do some plane spotting and go to Flushing Meadow. If not, we'll do something maybe in Manhattan. Who knows? But we got one last thing to show you guys before we end the stream today. We have now concluded here in Cadman Plaza. What's the best dish the Duchess makes? She makes a killer sausage and peppers. She makes an amazing grilled chicken with pasta. She makes a delicious and incredible, all of her dishes are great. All right, guys, look at this. One last thing to show you guys. One last thing. We got a really cool sculpture here that was placed here a few days ago. And this thing is impressive. Wow. This thing is cool. Weren't we talking about boom boxes earlier? Right? We were talking about boom boxes earlier, right, guys? We got a boom box here. We got a boom box. We got a big old boom box right here. Let's do the reveal. Here we go. Let's stand on the manhole cover. This is Brooklyn City Hall right over there. And this is one hell of a freaking sculpture right here. This thing is cool. We end our amazing tour today with, what's the name of this guy? Oh my God, for Neboul, Hip Hop to Paris. This is called Hip Hop to Paris. This is like what, almost 2 stories tall. It's made of I guess, stressed steel. And they got a big old robot. Got his big old foot on the boombox. And you can see as everyone walks around it how big it is. But Hip Hop to Paris, everyone. Right there. This is where our adventure concludes today. Mimi, you have a great day too, Mimi. But Hip Hop to Paris, everybody, right there. Did you guys enjoy this? If you did, subscribe to the Dutch Moz Family Networks here on YouTube and on Instagram, all same name, @DutchMoz. Make sure you hit the notification bell because I never know when I'm gonna go live next. We hit 362 likes. So thank you all so much for hitting the like button. I want to thank everyone who left super chats and PayPals during today's live stream and the replay over on PayPal. It is deeply, deeply appreciated. Shout out to all the channel members. Without you guys, this broadcast would not be brought to us in stunning 1080p. So thank you all for having faith in me as a content creator. And thank you so much for enabling me to get 2 connections to broadcast in the highest quality. Because without you, I am nothing. But from Cadman Plaza here at Brooklyn Budo Hall, this is Dutch Moz signing off. Have a fabulous Brooklyn day. Whether you can afford to live here or not, hug your loved ones, cherish those sweet moments. And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I will see you guys on the next one. See you guys tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.